It's Tuesday, June 10th. In the headlines, the University of Technology is to host Jamaica's first artificial intelligence lab. In business news, there's a push to grow the pension industry. Regionally, Guyana to welcome new Canadian airline this December. And in sports, Reggae Boys to clash against Guatemala. And Nicholas Puran retires from international cricket. This is the news on PBC Jamaica. I'm Simone Absalom Gale. Jamaica will launch its first artificial intelligence lab at the University of Technology, UTech, by September 1, in collaboration with the Amber Group. The lab will focus on developing advanced AI technologies and provide training opportunities for local talent. Our reporter Danita Rodney reports that officials highlighted the potential for AI to drive innovation, economic growth, and job creation. She says the initiative is being touted as one that will position Jamaica as a leader in the global digital landscape.
In a bold move to position Jamaica as a global leader in AI innovation, the island will soon launch its first artificial intelligence lab, developed in collaboration with the Amber Group. The lab will employ 100 data analysis engineers to create agentic AI capable of making autonomous decisions. Speaking at the National AI Lab signing ceremony on Friday, Minister with responsibility for efficiency, innovation, and digital transformation, Senator Audrey Marks, emphasized AI's role as a driver of economic growth, job creation, and global competitiveness.
With the global AI market expected to reach nearly $3.6 trillion by 2034, Jamaica must position itself as a serious contender. We have the talent, infrastructure, and entrepreneurial spirit, and with partners like the Amber Group, we are taking concrete steps to build an AI-driven digital economy. And if done right, AI could become one of the most valuable export sectors. We can build solutions right here in Jamaica and deliver them to governments and businesses around the world.
In her contribution, Education Minister Dr. Dana Morris-Dixon also stressed the lab's significance for the education sector, highlighting its potential to revolutionize learning.
What we're unveiling here, the AI Lab and the Jamaica Learning Assistant, are not gimmicks or gadgets. They are foundational pillars of a new era in education. This is an era in which access to high-quality learning is not determined by income level or proximity to a quote-unquote brand-name school or innate ability to learn.
President of the University of Technology Jamaica, Dr. Kevin Brown, expressed confidence that the university is perfectly suited to host the initiative, bringing together developers, researchers, and students to solve real-world challenges with cutting-edge technology.
Our university offers the ideal environment to support this AI lab with the academic infrastructure, research capabilities, the institutional expertise required to sustain its growth. We are committed to fully integrating the lab in our teaching and research programs, ensuring our students and faculty remain at the forefront of AI innovation and continue to contribute meaningfully to national and regional development.
Minister of Health and Wellness, Dr. Christopher Tufton, says debate on the new tobacco control bill will take place soon in the lower and upper houses. He told the Jamaica Information Service that the bill was discussed by members of a joint select committee and it took some time, but that was done to ensure consensus was reached. Minister Tufton says he hopes the debate on the bill will be smooth adding that they will have to spend some time on public education. According to Dr. Tufton, the legislation is intended to restrict smoking as much as possible and, where possible, protect people who are not smokers from interacting with smoking and eliminate advertising. The bill will also put the island in line to satisfy its outstanding obligations under the World Health Organization Framework Convention on Tobacco Control Treaty, which it ratified more than 18 years ago. These are obligations that could not be satisfied under the existing Public Health Tobacco Control Regulations 2013. Dr. Tufton makes his contribution to the ongoing sectoral debate in the lower house of Parliament on Tuesday, June 10. You can watch it live at 2 p.m. on PBCJ and on our YouTube channel at PBCJamaica. The National Environment and Planning Agency, NEPA, staged its first ever National Environmental Awareness Week 3K Run Walk to raise funds to support its species conservation efforts. This year's focus is Jamaica's endemic tree ferns and the endangered American crocodile. The event was held at Hope Gardens on Sunday to culminate the week-long activities. A team from the PBCJ took part in the event. Here are some highlights.
Well, here we are this morning at the NEPA 3K Run Walk right here at the Hope Zoo. The PBCJ team, we're out in our numbers. We have run and we have done ourselves very proud coming in this morning. Today is World Ocean Day and NEPA is celebrating, and we're also celebrating with them.
Gentlemen, why was this morning's event so important?
Well, let me tell you something. The environment is a lot of stress. And, you know, with climate change, pollution, desertification, we have a lot of issues going on, right? A lot of issues going on. And the reality is that this will raise awareness and it also gets us fit. Because being fit is an important part of the environment.
Why was it important for UNEP to be involved in this walk?
Well, this is part of the National Environmental Awareness Week. And of course, by our name, you will realize that this whole weekend, in fact, World Environment Day is one of the most important days on our calendar. So we have to be involved in local activities to show our support and to help to raise awareness. And activities like this really advance the global agenda, because what we are doing here is contributing to a global awareness of the importance of the environment. And the area in which we had this walk, I think, was an excellent choice. It allowed us to appreciate nature, and also it allowed us to interact with people that are our most important constituents.
If you had to tell another young person your age about how to care for the environment, what would you tell them?
Well, I'll tell them not to dirty up Jamaica.
Elsewhere in Kingston, hundreds of people took part in a peace walk, united under the theme Walking Together, Stronger Forever. Hosted by Heavenly Culture World Peace Restoration of Light, HWPL, UNESCO Jamaica, Yardi Empire, and supported by the Jamaica Constabulary Force, the walk was a vibrant demonstration of community strength and shared commitment to peace. Our reporter, Marlon Samuels, was there, and he filed this report.
What we're here for, peace, not war. That's what we're here for.
Starting at Kingston Technical High School, peace advocates, youth leaders, and community organizations marched for peace through the Rosetown and Parade Gardens community. The involvement of children highlighted the importance of cultivating peace for a future generation.
Peace! E-A-C-E, peace, peace, peace. Peace! E-A-C-E, peace, peace, peace. Peace! E-A-C-E, peace, peace, peace.
The peace walk in the central Kingston community has been bearing fruit.
I was happy to be a part of the second Peace Walk by HWPL in collaboration with the Jamaica Constabulary Force, Yard Empire, and some other institutions, namely the Kingston Technical High School, Calabar Primary School, and the residents of Rose Gardens and Perry Gardens in my constituency. Now, this peace walk has been very beneficial to my constituency because the first one that was done at that time when HWPL entered the constituency, we were having a lot of flare-ups, high crime, major crimes are up, and there was a gang conflict going on. And since then, along with the intervention of the police and other stakeholders, we experienced a significant reduction in major crimes, even to this day.
We were able to interact, to stop, to speak. We're able to show them the signs that were masterfully designed by the students here at the Kingston Technical High School. And so all in all, it was just an awesome opportunity to pour into this community, and we know that it is a sign of what is to come. We are already hearing the peace songs being played in the community, and we trust that next year's Peace March we might even be forced to find another community because of the profound impact we would have had. We see it as creating waves through ripples, and today would have been our second annual Peace Walk here, and so as we continue to create waves in this community, we trust that those waves will spread far, spread deep, and touch the lives of those living within this area.
The Peace Walk was a part of a regional initiative promoting a culture of peace. It also served as a powerful reminder that peace begins with each of us. For the news on PBCJ, I am Marlon Samuels.
In this week's Living Healthy report, the region of the Americas has been wild polio-free for 30 years, since 1994, marking a significant achievement in public health. This milestone was achieved through robust vaccination efforts and surveillance systems spearheaded by the Pan American Health Organization. Let's take a look at how this was achieved and learn why the polio vaccine is still important.
"30 years ago, in August 1994, an international committee of experts met to review vaccination coverage, epidemiological surveillance information, and laboratory data to certify the eradication of wild polio in the Americas.
The region of the Americas remained free of wild polio viruses, and while this is true for us, the polio virus continues to circulate in other countries and regions of the world. For us in the Americas, particularly the Caribbean region, it is important to ensure that our population is protected through vaccinations, since we are home to millions of travelers annually.
Personnel should keep themselves informed about vaccination schedules and the use of the vaccines. Any encounter with a child by the health facility should be taken advantage of to complete the vaccination schedule as defined by the country's health authorities.
Health professionals should be alert and promptly notify the surveillance system of any case of acute flaccid paralysis that occurs in children under age 15 years.
Through the National Immunization Program here in the Bahamas, we have healthier children entering and participating in schools. We have seen a reduction in the number of deaths related to vaccine-preventable diseases.
En Haïti, la couverture vaccinale contre le polio a atteint 90% en 2023, mais cela reste au-dessous de la couverture standard recommandée par l'OMS fixée à 95%. L'OPS-OMS se tient à côté du gouvernement haïtien pour renforcer la vaccination de routine ainsi que les capacités nationales de surveillance épidémiologique.
We look forward to 30 more years free of wild poliovirus in the Americas and to 30 more years of commitment and dedication.
Continuons à protéger nos enfants par la vaccination. Encore 30 ans sans poliovirus sauvage dans les Amériques, encore 30 ans d'engagement et de dévouement.
Help our region to stay polio-free.
Time now for the business report with Denise Williams.
Welcome to today's Business Report. I'm Denise Williams, here to bring you the stories shaping the financial world and guiding your journey to smarter business decisions. Let's dive into the top headlines. With less than 20% of Jamaicans having a formal pension, Director of the Pension Industry Association of Jamaica, Desmond Johnson, tells RJR News that the association will be exerting more pressure to pass legislation to facilitate automatic enrollment in a pension scheme once a person begins working. The association also wants the government to fast-track legislation related to micro-pensions so more workers and self-employed persons can also save towards a pension. The Ministry of Investment and Commerce, funded by the Inter-American Development Bank, will host the next stage of its MSME Business Roadshow series next Tuesday, June 18, at the Manning School in Savannah-Lamar. Since its launch, the Roadshow has reached over 2,000 entrepreneurs across 7 parishes, delivering direct support through business exhibitions, mentorship, capacity building workshops, and consultations. In total, 52 entrepreneurs have already been awarded $14.6 million in grant funding through the Roadshow's business pitch competitions designed to identify and empower high potential entrepreneurs. In total, 52 entrepreneurs have already been awarded $14.6 million in grant funding through the Roadshow's business pitch competitions designed to identify and empower high potential enterprises. The initiative has also brought visibility to 266 micro, small, and medium-sized enterprises showcased in the MSME Village, including 19 technology-oriented companies. For the trading period ending June 9, 2025, these were the most actively traded stocks. International finance conglomerate JMMB Group Limited 7.35%, cumulative redeemable preference shares with 1,787,940 units traded, representing 22.36% of market sales volume. Toll Road Manager Trans-Jamaican Highway Limited with 1,065,541 units traded, representing 13.32% of market sales volume. Caribbean Alternative Finance Conglomerate Cygnus Credit Investments Limited, JMD ordinary shares with 466,229 units traded, representing 5.8% of market sales volume. We now shift our focus to the Forex market rate set by the Bank of Jamaica. On June 9, 2025, the Bank of Jamaica reported US $54.36 million purchased and US $60.15 million sold by Forex traders. Forex traders earned $1.79 per dollar, selling the US at $160.98 and buying the US at $159.19. The Canadian dollar netted Forex traders $2.40 per transaction, with selling at $118.45 and buying at $116.05. The British pound yielded Forex traders $4.27 in profits, with selling at $218.18 and buying at $213.91. For our credit report tip of the day, retirement doesn't start at 65. It starts with the decisions you make right now. If you're in your 50s, the next 15 years are not just a countdown, they're your launch pad. Your credit score can be your most powerful financial partner in this phase, helping you to fund wellness coverage, secure income streams, and protect your lifestyle. This is your chance to use what you've built to create what you really want: freedom, options, and cash flow that works for you. Let's talk strategy, not sacrifice. So phase one of retirement planning, which is about 15 to 10 years out, this is your foundation stage. Consider getting a home equity loan to fund income-producing assets. Phase two of retirement planning, which is 10 to 5 years out, this is your growth stage. Consider investing in rental property improvements. Then phase three of retirement planning, which is 5 years to retirement, is where you lock in security. Consider securing a reverse mortgage line, not just a payout. And that wraps up today's business report. I'm Denise Williams, reminding you that every financial decision is a step toward your future. Until next time, stay focused, stay informed, and keep striving for success. See you soon.
In regional news, a major boost for Guyana's aviation and tourism sectors. Canadian-based airline Air Transat has announced it will begin scheduled flights to the country this December. The move marks yet another milestone in Guyana's rapidly growing air connectivity. Air Transat will operate direct flights between Canada and Guyana twice a week from December 16, 2025 to April 24, 2026 on Tuesdays and Fridays. The airline will use the fuel-efficient Airbus A321LR, and it comes with high praise, having been voted the 2024 World's Best Leisure Airline by passengers at the Skytrax World Airline Awards. Guyana's Minister of Public Works, Juan Edgehill, made this disclosure last Wednesday while addressing the inaugural ceremony held to welcome KLM Royal Dutch Airlines to Guyana.
Guyana and the DIGI International Airport has been positioned as a major hub of connectivity, and we're serving, because of our geographical location, that possibility. The more carriers we get into the CGIA and into Guyana, we are opening up the world in such positive ways. This is the 9th international carrier that I've had the opportunity to stand at Chedijegan International Airport and welcome to Guyana. And I believe with the good support and the rational, responsible actions of the Guyanese people, on December 16th, by God's grace, we'll be able to stand here and welcome the 10th Air Transat from Canada. So while we are now in a stage where we have all these airlines that are coming, we have to grow the service at the airport and in country to facilitate that. We have to get aeronautical engineers. Our air navigational services in Guyana is second to none in this hemisphere.
Since 2020, Guyana has expanded its international reach, welcoming carriers such as SkyCana, British Airways, Inter-Caribbean Airways, JetBlue, Fly Airways, Suriname Airways, and now KLM Royal Dutch Airlines. Air Transat's upcoming launch is expected to bring even more benefits to the country. In Trinidad, legislation for front-of-package warning labels, advanced interventions in schools, and increased preventative care in health centers are some of the proposed initiatives by the Ministry of Health aimed at reducing the risk factors associated with non-communicable diseases, particularly cardiovascular health issues. Speaking at the Trinidad and Tobago Heart Foundation's Go Red for Women event on Sunday, Minister in the Ministry of Health, Dr. Richard C. Sharan, said his ministry plans to collaborate with the Ministry of Education to implement the World Health Organization's recommendations to make each school healthier.
Marking 11 years, the Trinidad and Tobago Heart Foundation has been an advocate for better health measures when it comes to cardiovascular disease. Through the Go Red for Women campaign, the foundation has been educating on prevention, diagnosis and control of cardiovascular disease in women.
The main NCD risk factors remain problematic in the region. In addition, overweight and obesity in both adults and children in the region are of great concern. These conditions are driven by unhealthy diets that include significant consumption of sweetened beverages and other processed foods high in salt, fat, and sugar, industrially produced trans fats.
Minister in the Ministry of Health, Dr. Richard C. Charan, says his ministry plans to collaborate with the Ministry of Education to implement the World Health Organization's recommendations to make each school healthier.
We will target those at the primary and secondary school level to those requiring advanced interventions. Among several of the initiatives that we propose in the next fiscal year, we propose, as Dr. Harry Kusum said, legislation for front-of-package warning labeling to highlight foods that are high in sugar, sodium, and fats based on PAHOL's nutrient profile model.
Minister Sicharan says apart from educating students, they propose to implement preventative care in health centers across the country.
So what we propose is doctors and nurses will go into the primary and secondary schools to teach students about nutrition, about exercise, as well as mental health, with the goal of NCD prevention. We also propose to increase preventative care through our health centers by reintroducing extended opening hours at health centers.
This year's campaign themed High Tea and Fashion continue the advocacy for heart health and prevention in women across Trinidad and Tobago.
In sports, we begin our sports report with football news. The Reggae Boys are set to face off against Guatemala at the National Stadium today, June 10, in the final round of CONCACAF World Cup qualifiers. The team is playing fresh from a 1-0 win over the 207th-ranked British Virgin Islands in their Group E game, played at A.O. Shirley Recreation Ground in Road Town. Guatemala leads on a superior goal difference, with both teams on 9 points. And Jamaica's head coach, Steve McLaren, warns that they cannot expect to play as they did on the weekend if they expect to have a good result against the Central Americans. Over now to cricket. Nicholas Puran, one of the West Indies' most dynamic batters in recent years, has announced his retirement from international cricket. Puran, who led the West Indies in white ball formats from May to November 2022, revealed his decision in a heartfelt statement shared on social media. Nasira Muhammad has that story.
In his Instagram post, Puran said, "The game we love has given and will continue to give so much. Joy, purpose, unforgettable memories, and a chance to represent the people of the West Indies." Puran debuted in one-day internationals in 2019 and over his career spanning until 2023 played 61 matches. He accumulated 1,983 runs at an impressive average of 39.66, boasting a highest score of 118 with 3 centuries and 11 half-centuries. In the T20 international format, Puran was especially prominent, participating in 106 matches from 2016 to 2024. He scored 2,275 runs at a strike rate of 136.39, registering 13 half-centuries, with his highest T20 international score being 98. Puran led the West Indies white ball team, facing numerous challenges, yet showcasing his leadership and passion for Caribbean cricket. Expressing gratitude to supporters and teammates alike, Puran reflected, "To have led the team as captain is a privilege I will always hold close to my heart." He concluded his announcement with enduring affection for West Indies cricket, noting that though this international chapter of his career closes, his love for West Indies cricket will never fade. Puran's departure leaves a significant gap in the West Indies batting lineup, and his dynamic presence and flair will be missed on the international stage.
And that's it for the news on PBCJ. Thank you so much for watching.